Alright everyone, this took me ages to make, but it was so worth it in the end because every single creature that was in Chaos Theory Season 1 is in this video. In fact, they're all in this, lineup right here. How can you not love it? Like, sure, I might get some hate. You're like, oh, those models look awful and whatnot. You gotta remember, the only official models for some of the Chaos Theory ones come from the Facts app. That's where they've been taken from, the Becklespinax, the Pachyrhinosaurus. There's obviously no Suchomimus model besides, the Jurassic Evolution 2 one. So I had to kind of make my own texture for that. Allosaurus, I did give it a blind eye. I just thought that was a nice nod. But we've got all of them. We're gonna go over like some facts and stuff for them. But come on, it took me ages. Firstly, I know there's no animations or anything, but it was just a lot of fun for me personally. But anyway, Brachiosaurus, the biggest one on the list. We're going to go backwards from biggest to smallest. But fun fact, Brachiosaurus calls can carry for miles. So I did actually put this up on the other channel. So if you don't want me voicing it over because you hate me for some reason, go watch that. It's in the playlist. It'll be recommended at the end of the video. Anyway, T-Rex, second biggest one. Rex is one of the oldest living dinos. I mean, think about it, right? She's been around since Jurassic Park, which is over 30 years old in this universe or something. So that's just crazy. But here we have Parasaurolophus, the third biggest one. And fun fact, some have a bioluminescent glow. So, we see them every now and then in Chaos Theory. Some of the things in this barely had any screen time. We'll get to that later. I mean, these ones had a decent amount, but Stegosaurus had an interesting amount of screen time. It was in that one episode 8 where it's in the enclosures with the other dinos and stuff. So I had to use some of its scenes there. But besides that, it's really only getting transported in trucks and whatnot. But fun fact, it is the inspiration for the DPG logo. If you didn't know that, you've lost some points in my book. Sorry. You should just know that, honestly. But here we have Allosaurus. Fun fact, Allosaurus is a great ambush hunter. So, I mean, yeah, I'd say probably one of the greatest hunters of the Jurassic. And this is coming from me, who's one of my favorite dinosaurs is Ceratosaurus. So there's that. But Nasutoceratops, fun fact, its horns nearly reach the tip of its nose. That's for females at least. But if we look at the bull here, its horns go way further than that. So we got to see the bull in Chaos Theory, which I really appreciate because the bull is so underappreciated. It was only in Battle at Big Rock and that was it. So glad it was in Chaos Theory. But here we have Sinoceratops, and fun fact, some juveniles ate meat to help grow. So that's a bit of an interesting fact. I got most of the facts in this from Jurassic World Live. I just figured, on the other channel, have some facts there to keep a bit of retention. But here, Pachyrhinosaurus. Fun fact, it has a nasal boss instead of a horn. Now this model was taken from the Facts app, but obviously you can see it's changed. It's not just brown. That's because had a friend help redesign it, basically, that used the show accurate models and stuff. So kind of wrapped that texture around it, and I'll credit them in the description. But here we have Suchomimus, and Suchomimus's preferred meal is fish. So yes, we've seen the season 2 teaser. I'm sure everyone's really excited from that. And we do know there's going to be a yellow one. I assume that's the male, and this grey one I assume was the female. And that is, of course, a Jurassic World Evolution 2 model, except with the Chaos Theory texture wrapping. Anyway, Ankylosaurus, treat it correctly and its loyalty is yours. Obviously hinting at Ben and Bumpy's relationship that in Chaos Theory was very similar to How to Train Your Dragon. And I believe some scenes were literally taken from How to Train Your Dragon with Bumpy and whatnot. Bumpy even had toothless sound, so it was crazy. Anyway, Carnotaurus. Rumor says that some can camouflage. Now I was considering recoloring the model to make it green just to fit in with the show, but I couldn't be bothered. So I was just like, yeah, you can have your Carnotaurus. But here, Becklespinax, probably one of the coolest ones. And fun fact, it can also be called Allosaurus. Now, when this model got ripped from the app, instead of being called Becklespinax, it turns out the Mattel people who are running the app are calling it Allosaurus. In the files, it is called Allosaurus. So they're there. But Baryonyx, legend tells of a Baryonyx missing eyes. Now, Hopefully you all saw my video last week. We know in season 2 there's going to be a brand new Baryonyx that's missing eyes. I go into more detail in my previous video. The playlist for that video will be linked up at the end of this video, so make sure to watch all the way through if you're wanting more information on that. So here, Gallimimus. Gallimimus means chicken mimic. Might be one of my favorite herbivores. I mean, it's not the greatest, but like, I'd say I prefer Pteranodon more, just because like it's gnarly, you know, with those long nails. It can defend itself. But Gallimimus, I don't know, I just like it's a chicken. It's cool. But Atrociraptor, fun fact, they can camouflage. And people still are disagreeing with me that they can camouflage. They literally went from green to orange in the show. Like, it wasn't the lighting that did that, because the lighting stayed in place. So I don't know what they think, but have a look at this. I made it turn green. You gotta admit, that's kind of cool. But Pteranodon, I used the Lost World Pteranodon because I couldn't find the Jurassic World Pteranodon model. But anyway, they tend to roost in groups. Now this one only had 2 scenes in Chaos Theory, and they were really short, so I just took some scenes from Camp Cretaceous. Hope you guys are fine with that. But here we have the Velociraptor, also something that had minimal screen time. And fun fact, it is far larger than its fossil counterpart. Now we believe these are the Manticore raptors seen in Chaos Theory. So what I just did was took some Manticore raptor scenes from the ending of Camp Cretaceous. I took them all from the ending episodes, any missing scenes, because that was like the second latest up-to-date animation next to Chaos Theory, I guess. But Stygimoloch, fun fact, don't get in the way of its dome heads. I feel that's kind of obvious, but as you can see, they just annihilate with those dome heads. Really cool that we got to see them in Chaos Theory, and multiple, because we only saw one in Fallen Kingdom, so very cool. But Dimorphodon, something with even smaller screen time. So fun fact, Dimorphodons are Pteranodons. It only had 1.2 seconds of screen time in Chaos Theory. So I decided to grab some screens of it from Camp Cretaceous episode 11 from season 5. So hope you enjoyed that. But Compy, even though it had one scene, it still had enough to give me 12 seconds of footage for this video. And that's that opening scene for episode 5, where it's chomping at a sandwich and it fights the other one, and then it shares its screen time with Pteranodon, and it comes and takes it away, which I already played that clip, so hopefully you're paying attention. But ProCeratosaurus, aka ProC, so fun fact, ProC will eat you if you don't subscribe. ProC wants you to subscribe, so please do it for ProCeratosaurus. If not for me, ProC, do it for ProCeratosaurus. So, you know, I mean, if you made it this far throughout the video, come on, surely you've got to subscribe. Anyway, just have a look at this. I love the Allo missing the eye, the blind eye, and also make sure to check out the previous video up here, and I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.